The movie picks up with Spike being found by the Fingers, a strange satanic cult run by the unhinged Sir Lord Jimmy Crystal. Every member wears cheap blonde wigs meant to imitate infamous predator Jimmy Savile, which immediately sets an unsettling tone. To be accepted, Spike is dragged into a brutal initiation where he's ordered to fight and eliminate one of the cult's members. His opponent is Shite, who toys with him and easily throws him around at first. But Spike turns the tables in a desperate moment, humiliating Shite before stabbing him in the leg. The wound proves fatal after Shite pulls the blade out himself, panicking as he bleeds out. After this costly realization, Spike is forced by one of the members to watch this horrific moment. The Shite cries and begs for help. Sadly, after losing much blood, Shite is killed. Impressed by Spike's survival, Sir Jimmy officially welcomes him into the cult, declaring him a brand new Jimmy. Not long after, the group leaves the building together and sets off on their next journey. On the outskirts, Samson is shown attacking and feeding on yet another victim. At the same time, Dr. Ian Kelson retrieves the body of the infected pregnant woman, the one who delivered baby Isla, and incorporates her remains into his eerie bone temple. Unfortunately, while he was headed back home, Samson senses his presence and immediately goes on to hunt Dr. Kelson. Luckily for the doctor, he discovered the danger on time, and to prevent Samson from turning aggressive, Kelson continues sedating him with morphine. Dr. Kelson then steps in to help Samson, carefully pulling the arrows from his body. As he works, he explains to the audience that he gave Samson that name because of his incredible strength and speed. Once he was done, he head back to his hideout to do in accordance to what he usually do with the dead. Afterward, he retreats back into his shelter, putting on some music and finally allowing himself a moment of calm. The following day, Dr. Kelson returns to the woods and once again encounters Samson. As time passes, it becomes obvious that Samson is intentionally coming to Kelson, relying on the drugs to soothe himself into a calm, almost lucid state. Afterward, the doctor sits beside Samson and calmly explains that he means him no harm. He then asks whether Samson can remember his own name, or if he has any memories of where he came from before all of this. The doctor eventually drifts off to sleep, and when he wakes up, he's relieved to discover his head is still intact, a realization that genuinely made him very happy. As days passed by, the two seems to be bonding well. Meanwhile, 3 survivors, Tom, his pregnant partner Kathy, and their friend Jono are moving through the woods, trying to avoid the infected. During this, they spot an infected, so immediately, one of the 3 then decides to go eliminate it, but salty things didn't go as planned and they end up being spotted. So having no other options, they have to run for their lives. After a long extended chase, Jono gets cornered and fights back, but he's infected by the blood which splashed onto his face near his eyes, and unfortunately, he gets infected almost immediately as he turns into one of the zombies. With no other choice, Tom and Kathy leave him behind and make their way home. When Tom and Kathy finally return, they're met with a nightmare. The Fingers have completely seized control of their farmhouse, the same place they share with George, Matthew, and Jane. Sir Jimmy humiliates Jemima by forcing her into a bizarre, childlike dance, revealing his strange obsession with a certain kid's TV show. Moments later, Sir Jimmy requests that the crew introduce themselves to the family, which they all did so. Once this was done, the mood turns deadly, as Sir Jimmy makes it unmistakably clear that he plans to eliminate them. Upon this discovery, Matthew retaliates by pouring boiling water at them, sparking chaos inside the house. The distraction gives Kathy a chance to break free, but the remaining occupants aren't as lucky, as the Fingers quickly regain control. Afterwards, they all head out, but sadly Sir Jimmy kicked one of them out of the group, and while she was on her way, she got attacked by Jono, the man who got infected earlier, but she easily eliminated him. Kelson spends the day lost in a hazy high, dancing alongside Samson, fully aware that his supply of morphine will soon finish, which might turn deadly if Samson doesn't take it. However, while they both danced, one of Jimmy's crew spotted them from afar, and she is surprised by what she saw. Meanwhile, Sir Jimmy starts preaching to his crew about his twisted view of God as the captured family are tied. He claims it's his duty to hunt for lost souls and offer them up to his father. He believes that his is sole purpose. Sir Jimmy orders the ritual to begin, offering the captives up as twisted tributes to the dark figure he repeatedly calls Old Nick as they skin and disembowel them. The disturbing sight proves too much for Spike, who stumbles outside the barn and gets sick. Jimmy Inc., who was back from her walk, found Spike and decided to approach him and offers quiet reassurance. On the other hand, Kelson informed and explained to Samson that the drugs he do give him is almost finished, and he can't find any other ingredients to make more. However, he can offer him a more better peace as he wants him to have lasting peace. As Dr. Kelson goes to give him the injection, Samson, who is staring at the moon, then said the word moon, and immediately, Kelson removed the injection as he is overjoyed by this fact. Back inside, Kathy is seen watching them from a close distance as Sir Jimmy proposes a cruel bargain. Tom can earn his freedom, but only if he's willing to fight one of the Fingers to the death. Tom chooses Jemima, assuming she will be the easiest opponent. The gamble backfires when she quickly overpowers him and moves in to finish the fight. At the last second, Kathy hurls a metal hook, stopping Jemima in her tracks. As Sir Jimmy shouts for the Fingers to take Kathy down, Tom seizes a propane tank and ignites it, setting one of the Jimmys ablaze, but his counterattack is cut short when he's struck in the chest by an arrow. Suddenly, the barn is soon engulfed in flames, trapping everyone still inside as the Fingers manage to escape. Sir Jimmy sends Spike after Kathy, and when he finally catches up to her, he points his arrow towards her before he then desperately begs her to take him along. For a moment, it looks like Kathy might agree, but instead, she strikes him and slips away, slamming the gate shut behind her. Later, Spike tells Sir Jimmy that Kathy is dead. However, when Sir Jimmy asks for her body, Jimmy lied, but it is obvious Sir Jimmy knows the truth, and this made him very upset. Ink tells Sir Jimmy that he's seen signs of Old Nick, prompting her to lead the Fingers to the Bone Temple, a place Spike immediately recognizes. To play along, Sir Jimmy lied to the crew saying that Kelson, who he now call Old Nick, is his father, but before they all go meet him, he will have to speak with him first. There, Sir Jimmy comes face to face with Kelson and becomes convinced he's standing before a living embodiment of the devil, drawn in by the red stain markings on his skin and the sea of skulls and bones surrounding him. Sir Jimmy pressures Kelson to play along and sell the illusion to the rest of the Fingers, making it clear that refusal isn't an option. Once night comes, they all sit together while Sir Jimmy gives his crew the rules they must follow, which is no one must touch him nor speak with him. Nearby, the doctor informed Samson of the Fingers' presence. He believes Samson might have what is called psychosis, and he believes he can cure this. Meanwhile, in the woods, Spike tries to quietly slip away from the group but get attacked by one of the infected. So while Spike tried to kill the infected, he is attacked and stopped by Jimmy Fox, who's still holding a grudge over Scheidt's death. The confrontation ends abruptly when Ink steps in and takes Fox out. To keep the others in line, Ink quickly spins a story, claiming Fox fled in terror rather than face Old Nick. Meanwhile, after Samson took the drugs the doctor gave to him, Samson wanders onto an old, abandoned train and is suddenly hit with a memory from his childhood when he was asked for his ticket. At the present, he sees some infected also at the train, so thinking they needed a ticket, Samson responds that he doesn't have one. The situation quickly turns dangerous. The encounter snaps him back into his wild, animalistic state, forcing him to fight off the attackers to protect himself. Later that evening, the Fingers arrive at the Bone Temple. Kelson puts on a dramatic, over-the-top performance with flames and hallucinogenics. The Fingers are captivated, and Kelson theatrically gives them orders to follow Sir Jimmy and keep performing the temple rituals in the name of dark forces. Before letting them leave, Kelson spots Spike and recognizes him. Worried for his own safety, he also orders the Fingers to turn on Sir Jimmy. When Ink moves to carry out the order, Sir Jimmy stabs Kelson in the abdomen in order to prove he is fake. The remaining Fingers try to stop Ink and defend Sir Jimmy, but she takes them out one by one before while Spike stabs Sir Jimmy from behind. Ink then finally takes Sir Jimmy down. Spike immediately goes to meet Dr. Kelson in order to apologize. He then stays with Kelson for a moment before Ink takes him away. She reveals her real name, Kelly, before they disappear into the woods. Soon after, Samson returns, and a drugged-up Sir Jimmy, suspended upside down, begin to hallucinate Samson as a terrifying figure. Samson goes to meet and thank Kelson as he takes his final breath, while Sir Jimmy continues to hallucinate Samson as he is carrying Kelson's body. The scene cuts to a nearby house in the woods, where a young man is preparing breakfast while having a quiet conversation with his daughter about the First World War. Suddenly, they hear a distant noise, so they rush outside to investigate. They realize some people are being chased by infected and quickly move to help. The movie then came to an end. Kindly subscribe for more movie recap like this. Thanks for watching and goodbye.